tutorial series. In this tutorial we are going to be taking a look at the Centovacast 3 control panel and how to use it to run AutoDJ. The first thing we need to do is to go into the control panel link, the username and the password. When you go to the control panel link, you should see something like this. To log in, you need to use the provided username and password. We are going to be logging in now with the provided details. Okay. Once you have filled in these, click on Login to login. Okay. The first thing you need to do once you are in the control panel is go to the Settings tab, and in the AutoDJ tab, set the AutoDJ status to Enabled. Then click on Update to save the change. Once you have done that, you need to create a playlist that will be playing your music. To do so, go to the Playlists menu option under AutoDJ, and once you're there, on the right side, click on Create Playlist. And there are several options here. The first thing you need to do is enter a title so you can recognize your playlist later on. In this example, we are going to use the title Tutorial Playlist. You can leave the status at Enabled, and then you can select the type you want to use. To run AutoDJ, you need to have at least one general rotation playlist with at least one file in it. If you don't have that, you can't start the server with AutoDJ enabled. So we are going to be creating a general rotation playlist in this example. But you can also create scheduled playlists, which, as the name implies, you can schedule for a specific time and it will play at that time. You can set the date, time, or you can also set the repeat schedule. There are also other playlists here like interval, which you can set to play every 20 songs in this example, or immediate, which allows you to queue up songs that will be played at the end of the track. For further explanation on each of these playlists, you can see the description here. In this example, we are going to be using a general rotation playlist. We are just going to leave the playback order at random, which is the default, but you can set it also to sequential or in order, and you can order the songs in the playlist in the order that you want them to play. The playback wait determines how frequently this playlist is going to be played among other playlists. Since this is the first playlist and the only one for now, we'll just leave it at 1 because it doesn't matter. Also, you can set the active from and active until times, but we are going to leave them from 2 AM to 2 AM, which means they'll play 24 hours a day. To save the changes, click on Save Here. Another important thing to mention is that you should disable all the empty playlists, because eventually if you have empty playlists, the AutoDJ is gonna come to them and stop playing. So you have to disable these. To disable them, just click on the icon here with the red button and click on it to disable the playlist. You can do you should disable all of the empty playlists. In our example, that's this one and this one, so now only the tutorial playlist is left, and only it has songs anyway, so that's it. Now we need to add files to the server. So we need to upload files from your computer to the server. There are actually two ways to do this. You can use the built-in files upload feature in Centovacast, or you can upload them using FTP. We'll showcase both functions here, but first we'll take a look at the Centovacast files upload. If you just want to upload a few files, we recommend that you use this feature, but if you want to upload huge amounts of songs at once, we recommend that you use the FTP method. The first thing we need to do when we get into the Files option, which you can access under AutoDJ menu item Files, is make sure that we have the media folder selected. In this case, by default it's selected, but if it isn't, just click on media to select it. Once we have done that, click on the upload button, which will bring you a form for selecting the files you want to upload. In this case, you'll just upload one song. To do so, click on select files. That will bring up a form for selecting the files. As we mentioned earlier, if you want to upload bigger amounts of files at once, we recommend that you use an FTP software. We recommend FileZilla, which is a free FTP client. To get FileZilla, you can just Google FileZilla, or you can go directly to filezilla-project.org. Once you get there, you will see the download FileZilla client link. Click on that and then download the recommended version, which you can do by clicking here. Now you just need to wait for the download to start. Once the download is finished, you need to install it. You install FileZilla like any other piece of software. And once it's installed, you need to just start it. Installing is simple. You can basically just click next. And once you click finish, FileZilla should automatically start. To connect to the server from FileZilla, you'll need three pieces of information. You'll need the host or the IP address, the username, and the password. You can get both the host and the username by going into Centovacast and under General clicking on Quick Links and then scrolling down to the bottom of the page. There you will see FTP client connections, and here are the FTP hostname and the FTP username. You can just copy the FTP hostname into FileZilla, into the host field. I should probably at this point point out that when you paste these, both the host, username, and password, you should be very careful because sometimes you can paste an empty space along with these, and that can prevent you from connecting to the server. If you aren't able to connect to the server and get some kind of error, just try typing in the host, username, and password. For the username, just copy it like we did with the host. The password is the password that you need to enter here is the administrator password that you use to log into Centovacast. In this case, I'll just enter mine. It's also very important that you leave the port field blank, so please don't enter anything here, because if you do, you won't be able to connect. Once you have entered the host, username, and password, click on Quick Connect to establish a connection to the server. Now, once you are connected to the server, you will see several folders show up here. We need to upload files into the media folder. To enter the media folder, just double click on it. I already have a file here that I uploaded from the Centovacast upload feature earlier, but uploading files is very simple. You simply drag and drop the MP3 file into this space here. So I'll first delete this file and then I'll upload it again. So you just drag and drop it into the media folder. The upload will start now, and you can see the progress here. And once all of the files are uploaded, you can just close FileZilla, or you can leave it open and return to the Centovacast panel to continue setting up AutoDJ. Now that we have finished the file upload, we can continue with the AutoDJ setup. If you are still in the file manager, click on Close to close this window, and then click on Return to get back to the main part of the panel. The next thing we need to do is add the file or files that we just uploaded to the playlist. To do that, click on the media item under AutoDJ. Once you're in the media library, you will see several screens. This screen displays the artists. This screen displays the albums of the artist selected, and this down here displays the songs in the album that you select here. So if you click on artist here, an album will show up here, and then the songs from that album will show up here. If you would prefer a file-based layout, you can click on Options, Browse by folders here, and it will show just the file name. It won't show anything else. We now need to add some files or file to the general rotation playlist that we created earlier. To do that, select the song. In our case, that's movement preposition, and drag and drop it into the playlist. We created the tutorial playlist earlier, and that's what we're gonna do. Once the transfer is done, you'll see a green check mark here. That means that the transfer is done. And once that's done, you can click on Return here to get back to the main part of the panel. Okay, now we have, so far we have enabled AutoDJ, created a playlist, uploaded files to the server, and just now we added those files to the playlist. Now that we have done all of that, we can finally start the server. If you try to start the server with, and there is either no playlist or you have a playlist but there are no files in it, a general rotation playlist, you won't be able to start the server. You will get an error saying that you can't start the server that you can start AutoDJ without a general rotation playlist with files in it. But since we have done all that, we can just click on Start here under Server, and if you did everything correctly, AutoDJ will start playing the songs from your playlist. Now there are several options here. You have the skip song option. When you click on this, AutoDJ will skip the song it's currently playing and will go to the next song. That's kind of like fast forward. You have Stop the AutoDJ option. As you might guess, if you click on this, it will deactivate Auto DJ. Everything is working correctly. You will see 3 check marks over here. That means that the server is on, that Auto DJ is on, and that Auto DJ is connected. The only thing we need to do now is to check if music is actually playing. To do that, you can either download one of the tune-in links from here and listen on your desktop player, or you can use the player here in Centovacast. We'll just try with this player and we'll click on Start, and sure enough it's working. Thanks for watching. For more tutorials, please see our knowledge base.
We call to him, he will answer.